The Debbie and Dennis up the river cruise, and we just pulled away from the shore. We boarded around noon, and so far our room is lovely. I'm sure Dennis will show you our room later. But I guess the most surprising thing for both of us is there are a lot of old homes. So it's day one, and it's 5:30, it's 79 degrees, and we're out on our little balcony, and it's hot.
One of the first things we noticed was the amount of barge traffic going up and down the Mississippi River. It was just always one or two going one way or the other.
Like rocks or broken concrete or something. Oh, and look how nice and pristine the little towboat is.
Well, woke up this morning and that's what we saw.
And now we're going to show you some scenes from inside and outside the boat.
Veggie burger.
Please do. Okay.
And I'd like some tortilla chips with sauce.
Do you want the guacamole as well?
Sure.
It's crazy vacation.
I mean, we're
Okay.
on vacation.
I want the same thing she ordered.
A look into the reading room. The gathering place. And the dining room. Good food and good company. Oh, this is us by the steps, and also the elevator, and me getting a little exercise.
Okay, now that you've seen the ship, let's talk about the trip. First stop? Well, it was supposed to be Baton Rouge, but we couldn't land. The river was so high that the captain wasn't able to dock safely, so he made the decision to pass Baton Rouge. So off we go to the next destination.
These are the buses that take us on all of our excursions.
And they followed us all along the route. First stop, Laura's Plantation. And the reason this is an unusual stop or an unusual plantation is because it was run by a woman. And when she died, it was passed to her daughter, which was very unusual at the time, especially since she had a son who unfortunately had several children by the slaves. And that's the slave quarters.
This is Grace Episcopal Church. It was chartered in 1827. Oldest church in the parish, and it's the second oldest Protestant church in the state of Louisiana.
Wow.
What we do is we go inside the church. Here in the church, if you want to walk around and take pictures while I'm talking, please do so. My voice carries in the church, so you can hear me wherever you're at. About 100 years before we settled here in West Feliciana Parish, they settled across the river. A group of Capuchin monks, I never know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, I did, oh thank you. And they would come over to this side of the river to bury their dead. It's low over there and it would flood. So they would boat over here to this side of the river and bury their dead high on this ridge.
These are some images of the homes in St. Francisville that we saw on the walking tour. We docked in Vidalia, Louisiana. Got on the bus, went over the bridge to Natchez, Mississippi, and did a really fun walking tour. And this is for you. This is the parsonage house that your family used to live in. And it's a beautiful house.
The basilica took over 40 years to build, and all the stories I used to always hear was just said that they didn't have the money, they kept running out of money. Well, why is that? So as a historian, I researched that. It began in 1843. Began in 1843. In the 1840s and 1850s was the boom of the cotton industry, so the town was rich, so they had the money. So we think most of the structure itself was built then, but then the Civil War happened in 1862 and everything would have stopped.
After our formal excursion walking tour, we went back to the boat, then back to town for our own personal tour.
The bus driver told us that we should investigate the Under the Hill Saloon. It is one of the oldest buildings in the area, and its patrons of yesteryear were cutthroats, prostitutes, and thieves, and we fit right in.
Next stop, Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Well, we just docked in Vicksburg, and we've got this big paddle wheeler here. So we're here in Vicksburg.
I'm going to do a little tour of Vicksburg from the top of our boat. It looks like an interesting town, and I am looking forward to exploring it.
Okay, we're on the bus and we're on our way to the military park. This is a beautiful waterfront mural that tells the history of the city, and there's lots more of it. On the bus and a little tour of the city.
Rednecks with rifles. It was ugly. This kid was all muddy. Right across the street, you remember Brother Where Art Thou? George Clooney pulling on his beard?
Yeah.
It's in that auditorium. Much more historic and important. My daughter's wedding reception was there. I left all my money there. Emma Balfour looks out of this window and Pemberton's headquarters. This is on the right. This is where they planned all the defense of Vicksburg.
Our excursion started at the Vicksburg National Military Park, which preserves the site of the American Civil War Battle of Vicksburg, waged from March 29th to July 4th, 1863. Much to my surprise, I found this incredibly moving.
And I was thinking about how terrible it must have been for the men who were involved in this violence and warfare.
We were walking in downtown's Vicksburg and came upon a Coca-Cola museum, so we decided to go in. It was very nostalgic. We also went to a display of the mud caves that people lived in during the 43-day siege.
Needle inside. We'll build up, build till the satisfied. I'm built for comfort. I ain't built for pain. God never sang.
Quit clapping. It's disturbing the people. I'll try to control it.
So my name's Mississippi Marshall. Welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Grammy.
Thank you.
I was raised right here, so the name Mississippi kind of fit, you know. So I stayed with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna play a little blues for you guys.
Yay.
Get a chance to kind of take you into all different directions with this stuff, you know, like maybe some Jimmy Reed.
Our bus drove up to this building that looked kind of like a shack, but it turned out that inside there was lots to see. This is a painting of Mississippi Fred McDowell. I liked him in high school. His saying was, "I don't play no rock and roll." This is a depiction of the story where Robert Johnson gave up his soul to the devil to play blues guitar. A very nice painting of B.B. King as a young man starting out playing the blues. And in the museum was an actual guitar that was B.B. King's blues guitar. Pretty interesting. This is Howlin' Wolf. When I was in high school, I thought he was weird. But now I like him. I enjoy his music. This is a picture of the blues clubs, where if you go to any of these places, you're going to hear some pretty good blues music. We visited the National Civil Rights Museum and the Lorraine Motel, where Martin Luther King was killed.
The window on the top right, the small window, is where the shot came from. This is a memorial that was placed in honor of his death. In sharp contrast, our next visit, Sun's studio.
Shake, shake, rock and roll, shake, shake, rock and roll, shake, shake, rock and roll, shake, shake, rock and roll.
It was a great trip.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun,
It was better than expected.
really, and we liked the people that we were on the boat with.
Lots of cool people, good food,
Good food.
good crew.
Yeah,
Oh, the staff was great.
the staff was really good.
So we recommend it.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Again?
Yeah.